In this video, I will discuss some signs that you may be in a karmic, twin flame, or soulmate relationship, and how you can possibly get to the bottom of what it is you're supposed to learn. Hi, my name is Nirvana. Welcome to my channel. I discuss topics around self-awareness, spirituality, and compassion. I help people untangle their cyclical emotional pain through compassion and active listening. If you'd like to book a call, please click the link in my description box, explore my social media, make yourself at home. So, quick disclaimer, I personally don't necessarily like the term twin flame for tons of reasons, and maybe you don't resonate with the term either, but what we choose to call this dynamic is actually irrelevant. It's more important that you can identify with what I'm describing in this video. So, for lack of better terms, I will be using karmic relationships and twin flame to describe the dynamic in this video. Also, I'm working on a separate video to describe what I've personally come to realize is my definition of soulmates, and it has nothing to do with the traditional meanings that I've grown up with. So please subscribe and turn on the notification bell for that video. So karmic or twin flame relationships can feel emotionally draining, emotionally polarizing, like these extreme highs and lows, intense mutual sexual attraction, and chemistry. It's like a chaotic emotional roller coaster. They leave you both feeling triggered, ungrounded, and emotionally challenged. It's like this push-pull dynamic, and generally the relationship feels very difficult to maintain for one reason or the other. The attraction is intense, almost addictive, and codependent to a fault in nature, because it's the only way you would hang around for such intense lows to get the lesson you're supposed to receive. Your attraction to them would have to feel stronger than anything you've ever felt. Otherwise, you would stay alone and never learn these lessons. Nobody logically willingly agrees to go through these intense highs and lows, especially for a person you're lukewarm about. The universe knows you would never willingly put yourself through the intense emotional upheaval that a twin flame karmic relationship will put you through. So the attraction has to feel divine and destined in some way. Because the truth is, they feel divinely aligned because they are. Oh Lord, I can't remember my first karmic relationship. It was, I was like, okay, the first second I laid eyes on him, it's like my soul said, oh, there you are. It was this instant internal recognition. That's what a karmic relationship does. It's instantaneous mutual attraction, but on a soul level. And when I say that relationship ripped me multiple new a-holes, okay, it was the most painful thing I have ever experienced in my life. It was honestly excruciatingly traumatic. And yes, our love life was amazing. There goes that amazing sexual attraction, right? It's like some of the shit I experienced in that relationship would sound unbelievable to some of you. That was my first adult relationship, and karmic relationships usually are. You meet this person very early on in life, maybe, or you've known them for years. But that relationship taught me damn near everything I needed to know about relational dynamics. And to be honest, the recovery from that relationship almost led me to believe I was permanently damaged. And if you are feeling that way about a situation, that means you have not reached the final stages of healing that situation is trying to engender in your life. For me personally, I now see that karmic relationship situation as a massive blessing to my journey, and I would not change a thing. So that instant attraction you feel like, ooh, this is meant to be, that's because it is meant to be. Like I mentioned before, I just think people, think that means we need to get married and be together forever, when that's just not the case for every karmic twin flame relationship. They have a specific purpose for coming into your life, either for the development or deconstruction of something in your inner world. It will literally break everything within you. Everything within you. I mean, it will take you to fucking hell. I'm sorry to say. But you stay for the glimpses of heaven. You stay for the unimaginable synchronicity of it all, the beauty and perfection of it all, until the ride is up. And yes, marriage may be a part of that, but divorce may also be a part of that as well. And it does not mean that you failed at anything, or that you are inadequate or that you're inadequate, or that you chose wrong, which is everybody's favorite projection. Men love telling a woman she chose wrong. It's like, yes, motherfucker, who else chose them? Anyway, it just means that was an experience you needed to have. Listen, I see relationships as like this living, breathing energy. And energy can be very chaotic, and feelings can be unstable on the journey to self-awareness. That is literally a necessary part of becoming self-aware. The act of exploring is chaotic. You're going to bump your knees on a few things. Anyway, I just hate that we don't we don't leave space for people to make mistakes anymore. It seems like, all of us have to have it right the first time, it seems like, and I'm just over it. But I don't believe in the word mistake. It was a mistake. You get it? Everything is happening for you, not against you. All of it is happening, edging you toward alignment. I believe we are forcing the idea of marriage being for a lifetime, when life is actively trying to show us at the cosmic level what they are for. Yes, on a human physical level, human beings have all kinds of needs, and marriage or a long-term committed relationship is a way to consistently make an attempt at consoling some of those psychological, social, physical needs. It's also our attempt at providing some level of psychological safety in a very uncertain world. Relationships in general are coping mechanisms to decrease the impact of the trauma of being in a body, and its cope for the human condition. You can sit here today and say, I'm never divorcing my partner. I hope you never divorce, but you can do that. But I look at so many people who say that, and I see them being dragged and harmed tremendously because they don't understand how energy is a moving entity like wind, not stagnant. Holding on to something that has become unbearable to a point that it's affecting your physical health. I'm not getting divorced though. You feel what I'm saying? But listen, I don't want my sarcasm to be like some indication that I'm casting a negative value judgment where people are, because we have our unique lessons to master here, right? That is their karmic cycle that they have to see through to completion, and it may take their entire lifetime, right? Like I said, I allow people the space to make whatever mistakes they need to make in their life to get to the alignment they need to get to. That's why whenever I talk about things that I observe here, it's an observation. It's never coming from a place of, saying people need it. There's no undercurrent of me or implication of me saying people need to change what they're doing. That never makes any sense to me, that I should ever feel like I know better for somebody's spiritual journey, because I don't. And anybody claiming they have the prescription for your spiritual journey, you might want to run away fast. I can only speak on patterns and things I observe. It's sort of how I handle, if a client or friend comes to me with a cyclical emotional pain they have, I'm always coming from the place of asking them unique questions pertaining to their particular issue and what do they desire the outcome to be for their situation. What are they feeling? Because it's only through becoming self-aware and exploring your own emotional spectrum, okay, how you feel, not how someone is thinking you should feel, about the things that that's when you come to the best decision for your spiritual development, right? Any person shaming you and criticizing you and telling you what you need to be doing, you might want to stop talking and listening to that person, because true solutions for yourself are never born out of criticism and shame and taking somebody else's prescriptive advice, unless that advice is lining up and resonating with something that you have already thought about when thinking for yourself, right? That's generally the answer. I feel like what I ultimately end up helping people do, surprisingly, is think for themselves, which, if we're being honest, isn't something that we are taught. We are taught to go to Google, go to books, go to dating coaches, go to spiritual teachers for the answers, when the first place we should be doing, where we should be going to, is in our own hearts. Spiritual teachers have a place, but that is not the first place we should be going. My experience up to this point has been, I found the truth once I went to my heart, not a book. So when I come across someone like a sage or a teacher who is describing something, I have realized on my own, I can say, that's truth. And then you begin to listen to things, and when you hear a truth, you feel it. Truth for me is felt. And so truth and wisdom is alignment and something realized, not studied through reading. But anyway, that's another conversation and video for another day. I digress. Okay, back to some karmic unions, right? Taking your entire lifetime until maybe one of you dies. Others may only need maybe 7 to 10 years, right? But the truth of the matter is, they may end abruptly once the lesson has been learned. You may instantly and suddenly feel an urge to cut the union off. But if you try to claw and hold on to these relationships, it's because you're trapped maybe in the memory of the heaven you felt with that person. Maybe you have a problem letting go. I can recall having an issue with that, of letting go and goodbyes and things of that nature, right? You have to work through that, or you will be dragged and injured severely. The thing about trying to hold on to a karmic relationship that has expired is the union literally becomes intolerable. But they may still decide to live together, or, be friends and be in each other's lives as a support until maybe someone passes away, although they no longer have an intimate relationship. Now, again, I'm not casting a negative judgment on people who do this. I'm simply stating how this can play out sometimes for some people in these dynamics. So if you believe that you are currently in a karmic relationship, simply ask yourself, with your hand on your heart during meditation, maybe, What am I being brought to learn in this union? And the answer will come to you, I promise. So have you been in a karmic or twin flame relationship before? Do you think you're in one now? And did you learn anything? Leave it in the comments below. Thank you for being here, and like the video. Take care of yourselves. Be well until next time.